remind him that the last time he sent the money, it was not enough to buy all the provisions.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell him.
Are you guys talking about money transfer to buy provisions?
Yes.
But
don't you know about Baluwo?
Baluwo?
What is Baluwo?
Baluwo is a service that your son can use to send provisions directly to you guys from the shop. And you don't have to worry about the exchange rate.
Tell me how Baluwo works.
It's very simple.
Just log on to baluwo.com and shop, or download the app on your phone. You can shop on the website or using the app to buy online basic products for your family and friends. With Baluwo, you decide what your money is spent on. Your money, your choice. Buy online products for your family and friends in the Gambia, Senegal, Nigeria or Mali. Baluwo, better than sending money.
Are you thinking of owning your dream homes? EJ Investment is here for you. Secure our quality bungalows with 2, 3 or 4 bedrooms, or our story buildings 3 or 4 to 5 bedrooms at very affordable prices with flexible payment plans at our Sanyang Seaview Estate, where you can enjoy the cool breeze with modern infrastructure such as tar roads, covered drainage system, modern electrification with street lights, gated entrance with security posts, and social amenities such as gas station, shopping mall, medical clinic, park, schools, children daycare, and a lot more. Our dedicated team of professionals will keep the estate clean at all times, provide security and patrol team within the estate premises, install latest technologies such as CCTV, Wi-Fi, home network installation, solar panel, and power backup system. Also, check out for our additional home facilities and interior design service such as premium tiling, wall plaster, home landscape, fingerprint home lock, and a lot more. Visit our office at Senegambia Kololi Highway and get a free site visit tour, or contact us on 4464-838. WhatsApp us on 3259220. Or you can visit our Facebook page or Instagram on EJ Investments. EJ Investments, we are first in properties.
Good morning, my colleagues, and good morning to all our stakeholders, especially our esteemed customers, passengers. I think they are our reason for being in existence, the passengers. So we are always very responsive to their needs, their observations, and whatever concerns their welfare and their safety, comfort, name it. So that's why we are gathered here today, at least to shed light on some of the issues that are currently trending on social media. GTSC is one of the institutions in the Gambia that was hit by COVID-19, and that applies to every player in the transport industry worldwide. So we are not an exception in this catastrophe. Its effect has also spiraled over tourism industry because of the travel restrictions worldwide. So as an operator in the transport industry, we are really currently on life support mode. Notwithstanding that, we continue to operate, although at a minimal level, to ensure at least our social responsibility aspect is fulfilled. That is why when the corona was started coming into Gambia, into Gambian borders, we quickly responded by observing the WHO Minister of Health advice. I think as early as 8th or 9th of March, before mid-March. That is weeks before the official declaration of a state of emergency by Gambia government. Number one, we ensured that we have less staff presence at the offices, and also our buses were, we manage the passenger loads. Interestingly, we even adopted the 50% load requirement before the announcement. And we partnered with the Gambia Red Cross Society to ensure that our buses are fumigated and offices are also fumigated. And they went around at our own cost to all our depots countrywide to sensitize the public. We provided hand washing stations everywhere, wherever we operate across our depots countrywide. And we provided some protective gear to our operators on the ground, drivers, conductors, and inspectors. And these were some of the things that we adopted. And obviously, this has a negative effect on our revenue inflow. And it started having a serious blow on us, resulting to us generating only about a quarter of our projected revenue since then. That is from end of March, April, and this May. So for 3 months, we have been at that very low revenue generation level, to mean that we are really struggling. So the allegations on social media, compared to my statement just before, that we are overcharging and we are overcrowding the buses. If we were overcharging and overcrowding, naturally we will expect a big boost in our revenue base. It wouldn't have been 25% of what we projected. It would have been at least either 90% or even above 100%. But the figures indicate that we are really complying with the regulations. The regulations here affecting the transport industry are the 50% load, and fares must remain the same. So at the moment, we want to tell the public, the stakeholders, the authorities, ourselves, everybody that has interest in GTSC, that number one, our fares remain unchanged. We want to make that message very clear. Fares remain unchanged, and they are based on the board-approved tariff early 2020, and we will share with you that tariff table, and feel free to make it available to the public. The passengers can have copies of it as guide for them anytime they are traveling. And for example, if one is traveling from Carnifing to Basse with our express service, and we charge you, for example, $600, and you know that based on the table we provided you has 400, raise the alarm, we will address it. And the second aspect is the overcrowding bit. We are not overcrowding the buses. By the way, some of our buses ordinarily take up to 70 passengers, 50 sitting and 20 standing. But at the moment, we are taking even slightly less than half of that. In fact, before the state of emergency was declared, we adopted half capacity sitting, no standing. So that means we will allow only 25 of the 70 passengers, just about a third. But we are looking at ways of mitigating that effect on us by ensuring that we have one passenger occupying as a two-row seat, no compromise, no passenger should sit near each other, maybe few standing passengers. Admittedly, we'll have some challenges implementing that. Sometimes members of the public can be difficult to manage. Imagine you are standing, you see a vacant seat near you. you are tempted to occupy it. Unless if you are well enlightened, you accept the conditions of carriage. So those are the things we want to send as a message. I think basically that's what we have. If you have questions, feel free, and then we are ready to answer them. Okay.
I wasn't expecting an answer. All I had was a press conference, not knowing that there was to refute or clear the air on post SOS situation. Yeah, you've made it very clear. I was saying the last time when you said the notes of the players in the same, you need some people that they are put on the road to do some help people ease the transfer.
Thank you.
But also, one might look at it, it's a loss, it's our law. We normally do it. They rush out, probably not around the corners, but going down the Kobasa. Sometimes people might think, comment and say, let's just take it, let me get it, because it's coming out. So, was the evidence that we saw this is I'm not saying it's 100%. But, it might really, push you to think back and say, okay, things are happening. Maybe not always, but happen and then what steps are you taking to make sure that you still rise and rise and complete this, to make sure that this is that, this is that, this is because of this.
Okay. No, what we do always, we know that the quality coincided with the COVID-19, and we had a multitude of passengers here, especially the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday before the feast. Admittedly, we had a huge crowd here during those days, but we responded by injecting more buses, and we were taking names for booking. Names. So the list will guide you as to the number to be allowed on board. I cannot tell you of an instance where we have taken on board more than the required number. The crowd you saw here must not be an indication that we were carrying everybody on board few buses to ensure that we go overboard. We did not. Instead, what we did was, instead of having hourly departures, 1 bus per hour, sometimes you'll have maybe 2 buses every hour, 30 minutes interval, or even 2 buses, 1 go simultaneously. And of course, the pain in that one is that they go almost half full to Basse. Normally we drive them back virtually empty to ensure that we further ferry passengers from this end. So it's not been a good business activity for us, but as I said before, we have a responsibility. We belong to Gambian workers, and by extension is for them. So it cannot all be making money. So, but thank you for the question.
What's the message that you put across the drivers and the conductors as to maybe someone that sees someone on the highway, but after already filling up the bus, they want to pick up someone on the way?
Message to not only our operators. We have handled that bit in-house. We've communicated to them through telephone calls, circulars, and constant follow-ups to all the depot staff that this must not be allowed, and anybody found wanting will be dealt with. But also a message to the checkpoint staff, the Gambia security personnel. Let them help. We are all in this together. If they observe that the GTSC bus has 50 passengers or 70 above the back, let them bring it to our attention. Let them go to work. We will address it. Because our buses leaving Kanifing to Basse pass through several checkpoints. So if the allegations are true, then the meaning is that are we being checked at those checkpoints? So it's a message to everybody, including ourselves. Corona is not a joke, it's real. It's deadly. It's highly contagious. So we cannot be seen to be reckless. No, we cannot be. We have numbers. Yes. We have numbers. Yes. We have our website too. We have our Facebook page. Gambia is small. We know each other. Feel free to contact us through any means. Adi? Okay.
Thank you very much. My name is William from the Kerr. If I may ask, do you have any maximum capacity of passengers?
Maximum capacity for?
Passengers for the bus for supply demand. How many people will be in the bus at this moment right now?
It's 50% of the load. And
what
for example,
what was the maximum before?
I said before that some take up to 70, 25 or 50 sitting, and 25 standing. So if you want to go strictly by that 50% requirement, that means you will take 35. 35 to mean that 25 will be sitting as against the 50 seats, and then about 10 standing. The standing bit is what we are grappling with as a challenge. I said before that naturally if you see a vacant seat near you, you are standing, traveling for 200, 300, 400 kilometers, you are tempted to sit down to relax. But that's where it will require some bit of sacrifice and discipline. Worst comes to push, you will have to take that further sacrifice to run at 1/3 capacity, not even 50%. That is to carry 25 passengers as against 70. Of course, it's not good for us, but what else? But this is why we are appealing to the passengers that if you accept the conditions of carriage, that you want to be a standing passenger and not to sit near another passenger in observance of the corona advice, accept it and discipline yourself. And our drivers too, let them ensure that this is implemented. If anybody is willing to be a standing passenger, you are expected to be a standing passenger. That's our message.
And then do you have any other like investing for the parts? Because as far as this COVID-19 is on, you guys are saying every day we are losing. This we are losing may not be continued. Do you have any other plans to develop this company? Like, do you have any other issues like to invest in other areas apart from this transport service?
We are in transport operations. That's what we are in as business. So the only thing we can consider doing is to look at our own internal arrangements in terms of cost containment and so many things that we are considering seriously. But to invest in other areas, no area is actually safe. No area. COVID has hit every area. So where else are you going to head to? But we are looking internally how to readjust. But the bottom line message is that there has to be intervention from the government in one form or the other. There has to be. Of course, we recognize the reduction in pump price, initially by $1, a few weeks later by average of $9, which was quite good. At least it has helped operators a lot, but that is not sufficient. They need to do more.
I have another question.
Yeah.
Before the COVID-19, we heard that you guys, your bosses cannot go to Senegal, something like that. And then how do you guys arrange after this COVID-19? Because we are all praying that this COVID-19 will pass. So hope you guys have any plans to start with the Senegal government how this transport will be continued?
I think the problem started since 2018 into 2019, but reached the peak in 2020, early part, especially in January, when our buses were blocked from entering Senegal. The two governments were involved, and before COVID-19, it was almost resolved. In fact, we were to resume operations, normal operations, end of March, 29th of March. But believe me, COVID came before the 29th. State of emergency was declared, I think, 27th. So everything was torpedoed. But there is every hope because the commitment is already there on paper and officially recognized. It's like, can I call it sealed and signed, that it's only a matter of COVID going our way, out of the way, and we will resume operations. As I said, it was resolved, but because of COVID, everything became second priority.
It would be, I think, very wise as well at times. This is a struggle that we are all in together, and we can always help each other. Perhaps in a further approach to adhere to what I would call responsible journalism, perhaps at times when you hear these things or you see these things, since this is a social problem, you can contact us and say A, B, C, D, or ask questions. This will help you understand the way we operate. This will help you understand how we come about our tariff. This will help you understand that we are not overcharging people. And in terms of, as what the GMA is saying, we have a great responsibility to our staff as well. And they are very important to us. So we are not going to expose our staff, be it the driver, be it the conductor, that is always on the bus, to COVID-19. So I think we can work on this together betterly, but in a much better fashion if we dialogue. Mr. Kanye's door is always open to all the media outlets. Sometimes you can even pick up the call and say, GTSC, we have seen your bus going down the road. It's looking like it's a bit overloaded. We have a revenue controls team. We have a team that is out there inspecting the bus all the time. Nothing will stop us going out there and stopping that bus if we have to. And that is what we have actually told our people now on the ground. That no bus will go anywhere if there is one passenger more than what it should be on the bus. So please take this opportunity to dialogue with us further, because like we said, you can help us and we can help you. You will get your facts right and it will give us a cleaner image, because we don't think that we are doing too much wrong. We are doing our best. Mr. Kanye has told you we're not getting any financial support yet, yes, although we are looking forward to it perhaps in the future. So I just wanted to buttress this point to the media and to the journalists. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And to add up to that, have you come across any story by Gambian media saying so?
By Gambian media?
Yes, the Gambian media says it. I'm just asking, because he's asking us to be responsible and stuff, so I'm just asking, have there been any stories from the local media reporting on this issue?
Local media, no, not officially as such. But maybe it's a general message to not only the media houses, but members of the public, that feel free to give us any feedback, whether critical or positive. At least we are a learning institution. We cannot claim perfection. No way. We have our snags here and there. So you will help us serve as watchdogs to ensure that we are always on our toes, we are always alert to our environment. I think that's the message from GM. Okay, so if none, then maybe to wrap up, one is just to reiterate our message to ourselves, operators of GTSC, especially our platform frontline staff, drivers, conductors, and inspectors. I've told you from the horse's mouth, as they call it, that we are always reminding each other to ensure that we comply with the regulations. And I've said it here that anybody found wanting within GTSC will be dealt with appropriately. So we are not resting on our laurels to be complacent. We are not. The other message is to our esteemed passengers. We've said it here that let them not add to the problems. Anytime they observe that our bus is at least up to the required capacity, they have to hold back. The way we do things, that if we have any waiting passengers up to a particular number, whether at Kanifing or Brikama, we always communicate and then deploy a bus there to ferry them to their respective destinations. So there may not be any fear that they will be left out. It's just a matter of time for us to respond to their demand or their need. The other message will be to the other stakeholders, Gambia government and others, that GTSC, together with other transport operators, without doubt, has been worse hit. And for us to be seen continuing operating in business, there has to be intervention. It can take different forms, and I know government is talking about it, but the earlier it's addressed, the better. The way it has affected us as a company, if it is to continue this way for the next 1-2 months, it might be a different story. And that different story is something that we don't desire for. That will be the most undesirable outcome. And as I said, we are not a small company, 420 staff. That's a big company. And how many families, how many households depend on their livelihood from that? It's a big number. And its effects on other business lines, petty trading, and so on and so forth. So we are playing a key role that I think there has to be some consideration for GTSC. Basically, that's my message to everyone. And we thank you for your coming. And I hope that this message will be sent across. It will go viral for everybody's consumption. Thank you once again.
We live in a day and age where technology is creating a world without borders, filled with unlimited potential to improve the lives of the people around us. Innovarex Global Health ushers in a new way of leveling the playing field with increased access to quality healthcare services delivered at your doorstep. Our qualified professionals are equipped with state-of-the-art point-of-care testing technology to conduct tests such as kidney function, liver function, electrolyte tests, body composition, hemoglobin, A1C, and many more services with the highest efficiency in delivering results. The addition to our flagship Wellness on Wheels, more fondly known as WOW Delivery Service, brings the entire clinical experience full circle. IGH has remained committed to creating the future of healthcare delivery. Gone are the days of sending loved ones outside the country for basic medical services. Innovarex Global Health offers a new peace of mind and takes pride in delivering the quality of care we all deserve.
In communication, connectivity is everything. We ensure that the links never sleep. Quantities and qualities, all in our data service, providing efficient, reliable voice and data service. We believe if you're not up to speed, then you're going backwards. Communications have to flow as fast as the speed of light. Whatever business you're in, having someone who understands your needs is critical. That is why we just don't offer you technology, we offer you solutions. Enjoy Gamcel's internet broadband anytime, anywhere. Your national operator, Gamcel, Yaibaram.
get it.
Mbijan raganya.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la.
Ha, code nyinji.
Okay. Korsa. Nsila ID soto.
Ha, sa soto. Sorry. I get it.
Mbijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariya.
Ah,
mbare ki janna nun kunu bara tariya.
Jannom yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbari ya bere. Birim koyna fo kato.
Bari si kodo kino kato nim fo bolong blabe to.
56 branches mola soto Gambia jam.
Ha?
Gambia kono ani Gambia bantala bankol. Nka kodo kiya bere to. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta memmen na kodi to poto nim kodi maraw. Jannam number 1 di nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale le dadi mani domorol ni fana beteat. Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je.
Wo moyo diat.
Apelenta
ni wo ka ni lafta nyelen kendol e bina.
Yalo bu kanyi la ko la baraka ba.
Yalo ndel chosano lo.
Abaraka.